Hello and thanks for tuning in to what is the first of what I hope to be a series of movie reviews focusing exclusively on the horror genre. This review is on the movie VHS, one of the latest entries in the found footage/horror genre. Released in mid-2012, the movie is basically a compilation of 6 different short films, each written and directed separately. Each film is around 17 minutes on average, and aside from being tied in by the main story arc, seem to have nothing to do with each other. The 6th video is the main story arc, which centers around this group of petty criminals who are hired to break into a house and steal a videotape. Seems like a plausible plot point, and certainly a task that this group of rapscallions can handle with ease. So after some random footage of the group trashing a house and sharking random girls, which establishes just how badass they are, they gather at their secret hideout to plan out their crime.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up,
this girl right
dude.
here had a great ass too. Her boobs are great.
Well, that's certainly one way to get people's attention. So when they arrive in the house, they find 5 different tapes, and instead of doing the smart thing and taking them home to watch, they decide to sit in the house that they just broke into and watch them there. Yeah, these guys aren't really the smartest criminals. The rest of the movie progresses with clips of their crime in progress being shown in between each of the tapes. This makes the main story really hard to follow, and it's made even worse by the fact that there seems to be large gaps of time between what's going on each time you see them. Now, considering it's supposed to be the main story, it really fails to offer anything except for a cheesy way to introduce the rest of the tapes. It really should have been the most interesting story, but instead it's so poorly put together that it ends up taking away from the movie itself. The rest of the movie, which is comprised of the 5 found tapes, is a mixed bag. Some of the stories are good, while some of them end up falling completely flat. The first tape follows the adventures of these 3 stereotypical 20-somethings just looking to have a night of fun and maybe getting some. They come up with a genius idea of making their friend wear ridiculous-looking spyglasses in the hopes of covertly capturing their adventures while simultaneously cock-blocking their friend by making him look like a total nerd.
I can't. Yeah, super spy, man. Super ass and titty spies.
Well, these guys sure are a class act.
Turn it on, man! Let's do this! Come on!
After pumping themselves up by chugging alcohol and humping the bed, our super ass and titty spies head out in the night to check out ass and titties.
Roll on that fucking ass, son.
Yeah, these guys really don't know what the word settle means. So after a night of partying and being the super cool dudes only they know they are, they run into this chick. And apparently she likes the nerdy cameraman. Okay, I guess she really likes him. Okay, we get it, you like the guy, cool, good for you. So at some point in the night, the super ass and titty spies decide it's a good idea to take this awkward chick and some other random girl back to their hotel room. The random girl quickly passes out, and the movie actually takes the high road by having the characters let her sleep. I guess these guys aren't total douchebags after all.
I'm just fucking sitting on the couch, dude.
Okay, well, that guy's still a douchebag. With random girl passed out, the guys quickly turn their attention to Weirdy.
Hey, are you okay?
Whoa, the sensitive approach. Way to go, Tiger. You can't really blame the guy for trying, though. Even weird chicks who don't say more than 3 words are still a better option than a box of Kleenex. Overall, the first tape isn't terrible, but it is completely predictable. The biggest problem is the 3 guys are just so hard to like that it really loses a lot of its impact. The somewhat awkward creepiness of the chick, coupled by the weird atmosphere in the hotel room, is what really makes the first tape decent. The second tape follows the trip of a young couple taking a traveling vacation across the country.
Hi. This is, we're going on a road trip. Sam and I are going on a road trip.
Congratulations, you just repeated exactly what I just said. While it's not clear exactly where they're traveling, they do mention Vegas in one scene, so I'm assuming it's either in Nevada or one of the states close by. During their adventures, they decide to take a nice hike to what looks like the Grand Canyon. During their hike, they run into a lady talking on her cell phone, although we never actually see her.
There's just a lady out there having a conversation on a cell phone, but it's so quiet that I can hear her even though she's about 50 yards away.
Haha, eavesdropping's funny. After invading the lady's privacy, they get her to take a video clip of the 2 of them standing on the edge of the mountain. What a lovely view. Later in the evening, they stop in a small town where they run into a fortune-telling machine.
Hey there, feller. This here's Pappy.
Hey, Pappy, I think you're a little confused about what a feller is.
Words of wisdom just for you. Listen up now, here. A closed mouth gathers no foot. Yep, that's right.
Well, you can't really argue with that. Besides, who'd ever argue with someone with a beard that badass? I really liked this scene as it's actually kind of comical and does a really good job of foreshadowing. After a long day of fortune-telling prospectors, hiking and eavesdropping, our travelers retire to their hotel room for the evening. Sam quickly fixes his hair in his best "I sure hope she doesn't have a headache tonight" look and tries to get her to record them having sex.
No, don't put that back on.
Maybe if I beg pathetically, she'll change her mind. Feeling rejected and sexually unsatisfied, the couple decides to go to bed for the night. While they're sleeping, a mysterious masked stranger breaks in, steals their money, and puts the guy's toothbrush in the toilet. Well, I guess that's what the poor bastard gets for trying to record them having sex. I just hope he doesn't. Oh, he does. I can't really say much else about the tape without giving away the ending, but the story is actually somewhat interesting, and it's definitely one of the better tapes. About the only problem I really had with the tape was the lack of any real story behind what happens. The third tape in the series is another road trip video, this time involving 4 young adults who were heading for a camping trip in the woods. And of course they remember to invite the typical slutty blonde with the big tits. The drive to the woods is filled with them talking about shit no one cares about and featuring the same type of conversation we've seen in the thousands of other bad slasher flicks out there.
Scare this guy. Ready?
Where?
This guy over here. Are you ready?
Probably won't be able to. What is he doing?
Let's pick him up.
Oh shit!
Oh, that is so funny. Seriously, if I was that guy, I would follow them and slash their fucking tires. But that's just how cliche this tape is. There's absolutely nothing new or different, and thus not much I can really say about it. Now, personally, I love slasher flicks, but the biggest problem this video has is that the jerky camera work that it uses to try and convey realism just ends up ruining it. I found it really hard to sit through this tape, and the only thing that kept me watching it was wanting to see just what level of gore it would deliver. But I guess that's pretty much the point of every typical slasher flick. Overall, I think this tape is easily the worst of the bunch. Tape number 4 is about a couple in a long-distance relationship. Almost the entire tape is shot from a webcam perspective, and it's actually quite interesting as it's something that hasn't really been done a lot in movies yet. Although given enough time, I'm sure it'll quickly become yet another movie cliche done to death in countless movies. So anyways, the main focus is on the female character, who's experiencing strange things happening in her apartment. And of course she feels the need to contact her boyfriend every single time something happens. It's a wonder this chick can even blow her nose without assistance.
Hello? Hey.
Hey,
What's going on?
there's something at my door. Listen.
Well, I did order a pizza, so it could be the pizza dude, but I think it might be a ghost. So throughout the course of the video, of course, things keep happening, and she ultimately suspects it could be the spirit of a young child.
Out if a little kid died here. Would ask my landlord.
I don't know if you should do that. I can't imagine he'd be thrilled to have that conversation.
Yeah, well, I think he has to tell me. I think it's the law or something.
Yeah, if he doesn't tell me, I'll sue his ass. I can see that conversation going well. He won't think she's crazy at all. So as the movie progresses, she gets increasingly paranoid and neurotic, yet her boyfriend remains completely emotionless. This guy just doesn't seem to give a fuck about anything.
What's up?
Well, he's outside my room. I can hear the little boy's footsteps.
That's really scary, Emily. What are you talking about?
Seriously, is this guy not even listening to what she's saying? And this is pretty much how the entire video goes. She tries to convince him that something scary is happening, and he tries to convince her that she's an idiot. This guy's just a total fucking asshole.
This is where I heard the footsteps.
Back there?
Wow, could this guy be any more unemotionally attached to what's happening to her?
Could it have been coming from upstairs?
No, I mean, my neighbor always wears heels, so I know.
Wait, who the hell wears heels when they're at home alone? The rest of the tape follows the same formula, but it actually delivers a somewhat satisfying ending. This tape is probably my second favorite just because it takes a somewhat new approach to how it delivers the story, even if the story itself is somewhat stale. The fifth and final tape takes place on Halloween. Yeah, real original. And it follows four guys as they head to a party in a strange house. The footage is shot from the perspective of this guy who seems to be dressed like... Wait, no, it couldn't be. Oh my god, I think it is. I can't believe they'd put that in a movie. Anyways, heading out to meet his friends, they finally arrive at the house where the party is.
Sure this is it?
Or maybe it's not. Well, it might not be the right house, but fuck it, the lights are on, let's head on in anyways. Not once to waste time on stupid things like knocking, the guys head on in and surprisingly, the house is empty.
This party fucking sucks.
That's because you're in the wrong house. So despite the rather obvious fact that they're clearly at the wrong place, the guys decide to explore the creepy empty house anyways. These guys have clearly never watched a horror movie and have no respect for other people's property. I really don't want to give too many of the surprises away, but shit does get freaky pretty fast, and the guys end up running for their lives. Wait a second, that looks really familiar. For such a blatant ripoff, I think they actually did the effect better. That's what I really liked about this tape. The effects are actually pretty cool, and it really delivers genuine scares. The house itself is just awesome, and it seems like they actually put a lot of thought into it. Overall, I think this tape really stands out, and it's by far the best of the bunch. Hell, with some more scenes and a bit of polish, they could have even turned it into a feature film instead of just a short video. So overall, I think this movie is fucking terrible. The movie overuses the shaky cam effect to the point where you actually feel physically sick. The main story is boring and hard to follow, and it just feels completely thrown together. Basically, the whole movie is just another 2 hours of been there, done that, and it shows little to no imagination. But if you've got 2 hours to kill, I suppose you could do worse. Thanks for watching the video, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to click like and also subscribe to the channel to be notified when I upload new videos.